some countries with political instability around the world will miraculously resolve their problems and a wave of peace will blow through their nations. And the Lord told me, there will even be a moment of calm when you see several nations that were in war having to resolve the issues, and it shall be like everything is back to normal. I see calm in the nations. I see issues resolved. I see countries and different international bodies resolving different conflicts in many nations, even amongst terrorist groups and nations and many things. So it will seem like there is peace. And America will play a great role in bringing peace in this season. Different nations getting to sign peace treaties. You look even at the Middle East, there will be many accords that will be signed, and you see like a return to calm, many agreements even between other nations and Israel. And America will play a great role in bringing peace in this season. And America will play a great role in bringing peace in this season.
The war is over.
President Trump has just announced on social media that Israel and Hamas signed off on the first phase of a peace agreement.
The last 2 years have been a time of war. The coming years will hopefully be a time for peace.
Never forget and never again.
Donald Trump was emphatic. This is the start, he says, of a new dawn.
This long and difficult war has now ended. You know, some people say 3,000 years, some people say 500 years, whatever it is. It's the granddaddy of them all. And in an unprecedented achievement, virtually the entire region has endorsed the plan that Gaza will be immediately demilitarized, that Hamas will be disarmed, and Israel's security will no longer be threatened in any way, shape, or form.
Donald Trump is the greatest friend that the state of Israel has ever had in the White House.
After 2 harrowing years in darkness and captivity, 20 courageous hostages are returning to the glorious embrace of their families, and it is glorious.
The roads lined with crowds cheering their return. The 20 hostages, all of them men, were then flown from southern Israel by helicopter. Their ordeal has traumatized an entire nation. Their release freeing Israelis from that torment. After waiting for so long, the agony is over for those who were kidnapped and their families who feared this moment would never come. Guy Gilboa Delau was abducted at the Nova Music Festival on October the 7th, reunited today with his family after so long, all of them overwhelmed with joy. And then with his childhood friend who was kidnapped with him that day. Eviatar David and he were abducted, held together, but then separated by their captors. They are reunited now. Etan Moore was also kidnapped at the music festival, hugged for the first time in 2 years today by his parents. You are alive with 2 arms and 2 legs, says his father.
28 more precious loved ones are coming home at last to rest in this sacred soil for all of time. And after so many years of unceasing war and endless danger, today the skies are calm, the guns are silent, the sirens are still, and the sun rises on a holy land that is finally at peace, a land and a region that will live, God willing, in peace for all eternity.
Historic breakthrough. The militant group Hamas has released the 20 surviving hostages who've been held in captivity for 2 years. After being handed over to the International Committee of the Red Cross, they were transferred to hospitals for medical assessment. Meanwhile, cheering crowds greeted buses of released Palestinian prisoners. Israel says it has released more than 1,900 Palestinian prisoners and detainees as part of the ceasefire deal.
This is the day that people across the region and around the world have been working, striving, hoping, and praying for. They have done things over the last month that I think were really unthinkable. Nobody thought this could happen.
Different nations getting to sign peace treaties. You look even at the Middle East, there will be many accords that will be signed.
President Trump now signing that historic Gaza deal.
With the historic agreement we've just signed, those prayers of millions have finally been answered. Together we've achieved what everybody said was impossible. At long last, we have peace in the Middle East, and it's a very simple expression, peace in the Middle East, and we've heard it for many years, but nobody thought it could ever get there, and now we're there. After years of suffering and bloodshed, the war in Gaza is over. Humanitarian aid is now pouring in, including hundreds of truckloads of food, medical equipment, and other supplies. Civilians are returning to their homes. The hostages are reuniting. I mean, it's beautiful. I'm just watching it backstage. The level of love and sorrow, I've never seen anything like it. It's amazing when you see they haven't seen their mother, their father. They haven't seen them in such a long time, and they lived in a tunnel, very little tunnel, very deep. And the level of love is just incredible. It's a beautiful thing to see. It's, in one sense, it's so horrible that it could have taken place, but in another sense, it's so beautiful to see a new and beautiful day is rising, and now the rebuilding begins. The rebuilding is maybe going to be the easiest part. I think we've done a lot of the hardest part, because the rest comes together. We all know how to rebuild, and we know how to build better than anybody in the world.
When you see several nations that were in war having to resolve the issues, and it shall be like everything is back to normal. No. This is the calm before the storm. That's what I heard the Spirit say. When you see everything normal, like life has gone back to normal and everything is fine, the Lord told me it's in that calm that they shall prepare for a greater storm.